Go Wild West.
The Delta is home to some of the best bass fishing in the West.
I mean, literally anybody out of that could win this.
That's what we're out of.
The California Delta is a 700-mile maze of sloughs and waterways surrounding more than 60 leveed tracts and islands. This is the General Tire Duel on the Delta.
Got him.
This is a good one.
The first 2 days of competition in the General Tire Duel on the Delta have been outstanding. It's early April with temperatures in the mid-80s, and bass are setting up in all stages of the spawn. We saw huge weights come across the stage earlier in the week, but now it's time to see who will make the top 10 cut and fish on Championship Sunday. Ken Ma weighed in a 20.41 pound limit, seating himself in the lead going into the final day. Tony Franceschi ends the second day in second place, trailing Ken by 1.9 pounds. John Pearl, Nick Nourot, and Nick Salvucci round out the top 5 spots going into the championship round. With a 20.6 pound limit, Jay locks himself in the top 10.
You know, cutting checks and making cuts, they're always special. But at the end, when your career's done, what they're going to remember is how many times you won. You know, so, you know, it feels great to be in the lead. Just gives me a cushion. But, you know, with the talented field that Wild West assembles, you're gonna, you know, the person who's going to win is going to have to catch them today.
I could come in with 35 pounds today easily. And I know that. That's why I'm fishing where I'm fishing. That's why I'm making the run. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about my opportunity. You can't win it unless you're here on Sunday, and we're here.
It's a quick bite. When you find one fish, you find multiple fish generally.
You know, sitting in 8th place, you know, but anything can happen as the Delta. I can come in with 30 pounds and you know, things will look great for me later on at 3 o'clock.
I'm feeling really good about my chances. I'm gonna try some new water and kind of run around a little bit more than I have been doing the past 2 days and trying to run into a big bag.
Over $100,000 in purse money will be paid out to these anglers, but who will come out on top in the General Tire Duel on the Delta? Ken Ma is off to a fast start. Moments before the camera was on Ken, he reeled in a 4-pound bass to get the day rolling.
There's just pre and post spawn fish right here and spawning fish right here. So, you know, these fish are gonna move here to spawn, and when they're done spawning, they're gonna move out. So it's one of those places where, you know, you get everything. You know, you get fish that are spawning, you get fish that are post spawn, and you get fish that are still coming to you. You know, so as long as they're big, I don't care what phase they're in. As long as they're big, biting, and in my live well. Oh! Right here, right here. Come on, come on. Yes! That's a freaking nice one. Look at that, 3-pounder. Big bite, yo mama, I love it. Oh, yes. Look at that. See what I was talking earlier? Pre-spawner, not a mark on her. As long as they're this big or bigger, man. I've been catching a lot of fish on this big bite yo mama, and that's what it's called. It's called a big bite. It's called a yo mama. One of my favorite colors, peanut butter and jelly. She smacked it too, so they stay like that and they keep biting, we're staying. Let's go.
Currently in second place, Tony Franceschi is starting out with a frog in tight clusters of tulies.
I'm relying on the tide. We got a late tide today, and it's later than I want. My prime time isn't going to be until really weigh-in time, and so I'm a little worried about that. But other than that, I'm waiting for that sun to get a little bit higher. And oh, there was a fish right there. I'm waiting for that sun to get a little higher, and hopefully this fish will get a little more active for us. There's one. No, I'll swing this one. Small keeper. Well, pretty early yet, but it's slow. Each of us have one small fish in the boat.
The General Tire Duel on the Delta is just getting started. Don't go anywhere. The Wild West Bass Trail will be right back.
For over 30 years, Lucas Oil has provided the very best products for the land and sea. From this success stems another amazing product from the Lucas Marine lineup, Lucas Slick Mist Marine Speed Wax. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Lucas Marine Speed Wax will make your boat look brand new and provide great UV protection. Apply Lucas Marine Slick Mist to wet and dry surfaces in sunlight or shade. It's ideal in both fresh and saltwater application and prevents hard water deposits. Protect your investment with Lucas Marine products.
Lucas Oil, it works.
At Mercury, we've spent 844,419 hours reshaping power. And this will give you powers you never knew you had. Powers over Mother Nature, powers over the laws of physics, even the power to impress your kids. Introducing the all-new V8 Mercury 4-stroke. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
We've paired one of the most iconic hulls in the history of bass boats with a proven lineup of trusted accessories. We're bringing you best-in-class value and performance, leaving others in your wake. Turnkey value, turnkey performance. The Pantera 2 is an overachiever in the 19-foot category. Once you hit the throttle, you'll feel the rush, and there's no looking back.
The Wild West Bass Trail is brought to you by Lucas Oil, made in America, sold to the world. General Tire, anywhere is possible. Super Clean, super fast, super easy, super clean. Gary Yamamoto Custom Baits, because what you fish matters. And by P-Line. Late April on the California Delta opens the door for bass in all stages of the spawn. Let's head back out with current leader Ken Ma.
My gut, my gut tells me that it can happen. I don't feel like you got to follow that no matter what else you think you got going on. Somewhere else, you're always thinking, oh, I might be missing it over here, or missing it. Then you end up leaving where you got it to go look for what you're missing. My gut, it feels right. Things are, there's a lot of stuff happening right now that's positive, so then you always think about leaving to go find something. Oh my God. I'm not sure about that one. Oh! Number 3, take it. They're all big till you get 5, that's what I say.
Jay Bradshaw and his co-angler Jordan Panasco are fishing inside of Little Frank's, hoping to secure their limits of bass.
I'm figuring these fish, there's fish on beds and they're getting around these thicker, I like to target the thicker tule clumps, even though I'm not in the thickest stuff now, but you start getting around these thicker tule clumps, there's harder bottom there. So I'm just kind of envisioning that that's where the beds are. And I'm just pitching to those places I think there's beds. That's the pattern. And I'm sure I'm going over fish and missing fish, but it's kind of a numbers game. I figure if I can make 1,000 flips and somebody else is making 500 flips, maybe I'll just luck onto one good one. Fish. I got him. He's a little guy. I threw my Senko off on you. Just slapped you in the leg.
Currently in second place, Tony Franceschi is using a weighted frog looking for his limit of bass.
What I've been doing is I've got a small weight on the nose of it, and I'm I'm fishing it like a swim bait. It's compact bait, but it imitates bluegill really well that the bass are feeding on in here. Yeah, really, I mean, it's really just a steady retrieve. It's a slow and steady retrieve, and I'm fishing the bait a foot to 2 feet under the surface. And all I want is I just want those little legs to kick. And for whatever reason, it seems like, at least in practice, it seemed like these fish wanted something moving more so than slow, at least the better quality fish. And really, when the water height is perfect, what I'm trying to do is just tick the tops of the weeds. I don't want it to get too far down in the weeds, but I don't want it to be too far over the weeds. I'm just trying to tick the tops of the weeds with it. And every once in a while, if you see me shaking my rod tip, that's basically to get it to pop up over the weeds rather than sink down in it or come right through them. Fish. Good fish. Thank you. He's mean.
He's not happy.
No, sucker's mean. Thank you. That's what we're out here for.
Culling the Rodney Brincer adds to his limit with another keeper in the box as well.
Keeper. There you go. Thank you. Yep.
John Pearl trails current leader Ken Ma by 3.79 pounds. John now has a limit of bass close to 10 pounds.
It's going. We got 5. I think, Tony, what do you got, 4? 3? Tony's got 3. We're catching some fish. No big ones yet, but we're catching some fish. Slower than I thought it was going to be. So, but I'm happy to have 5 already. We'll catch the big ones when they're ready to bite.
Over $100,000 is on the line at the General Tire Duel on the Delta. More of the Wild West Bass Trail is next.
At Mercury, there are no limits to the lengths we'll go to make sure you have no limits either. Unlimited adrenaline. Unlimited fun. Unlimited weekend. Except maybe having to go home eventually. Introducing the all-new V8 Mercury Pro XS. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
General Tire was born more than 100 years ago, right here in America. We've spent the last century tackling every kind of road this country has to offer, and especially the places without roads. So you know that with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Hey everyone, Super Clean Pro Alex Klein here. First thing I do when I get off the water, grab a bottle of Super Clean. Take a couple sprays, spray it on your boat, grab a rag, quick wipe down. Works super fast and super easy. Keeps your boat looking sharp on and off the water. I highly recommend a bottle of Super Clean today.
We've paired one of the most iconic hulls in the history of bass boats with a proven lineup of trusted accessories. We're bringing you best-in-class value and performance, leaving others in your wake. Turnkey value, turnkey performance. The Pantera 2 is an overachiever in the 19-foot category. Once you hit the throttle, you'll feel the rush, and there's no looking back.
The General Tire Duel on the Delta is an enormous fishery and winds through 700,000 acres. In the heart of the Delta is Oakley, California, a friendly community and host to anglers and staff of the Wild West Bass Trail. The city of Oakley is known as a place for families in the heart of the Delta. Here, families enjoy a wide variety of activities. Oakley residents enjoy parks, trails, and open space. as well as recreation activities on the Delta, such as world-class fishing, boating, and sightseeing. Come and experience Oakley, a family-friendly community where residents enjoy a high quality of life, civic amenities, recreational activities, and a small-town charm. It's Championship Sunday on the California Delta. Lucas Oil Pro Angler Ken Ma has 44 pounds and a 2-pound lead over second-place Tony Franceschi. However, it's still anybody's day to win. The bass in the Delta can change in a heartbeat. Let's see how the top 10 are doing on the water.
Well, I want to make a move. I thought we'd have more water in here, and when the water is this low, the fish get kind of spooky, especially when the sun comes up. So there's one good fish in here that I want to come back and try to get later when the water gets higher. She's been in here for the last 2 days. I see her cruising all the time. She followed my bait yesterday, but never committed to it. But right now, I think I got to move to either back to where we just came from or a new location. Oh my goodness, he does. Another one that's got to go bye-bye before the day's over.
Jay Bradshaw continues to work around Little Frank's track, trying to move up the leaderboard.
Man, this should get bit right here, man. Like this is where it's been happening. This is like the 5th top 5 in 13 Wild West tournaments. So you start getting some confidence. It's like, man, maybe I can mix it up with these guys. To be around a lot of the guys that you were always kind of, oh, that's Wayne Brazil or that's whoever, And now you're fishing against those guys and you're doing okay, sure, holding your own at times and falling on your face at other times, but start, seeing some success against some of the best guys on the West. It's kind of reassures you that, okay, maybe you do, belong here fishing this.
John Pearl and his co-angler Tony Zanatelli are using everything from a wacky rig Yamamoto Senko to a swim bait along the banks of the Delta.
A lot of these beds are really shallow when the tide is out. So the fish get really, really spooky because, ospreys and eagles and all that stuff. Anything from above, shadow hits them, they're gone. And then they feel a lot comfortable when they got water over their head, more than a foot or 2. They need like 3 feet. They'll be a lot more comfortable. They don't spook when they see a shadow. So right now the tide's just turned and started coming back in. So hopefully when we get another foot of water, those fish won't be so spooky. I didn't have a limit yesterday till 11. And then at noon I was done. That's how fast it went. Couldn't believe it.
Don't go anywhere. The Wild West Bass Trail will be right back.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
When shooting extreme long range, I can always depend on my Macmillan ELR Beast.
Macmillan fiberglass stocks, molding the way America shoots.
At Mercury, we put our newest engine through 3,286 of our roughest tests ever. Because once you're on the water, we want to make sure it's ready to give you thousands of your smoothest experiences ever. Introducing the all-new V8 Mercury Verado. Light, quick, efficient. Mercury, go boldly.
Hey guys, Vince Hurtado here with Super Clean. As an avid angler, I'm on the water all the time, and we are all faced with our favorite fish scent that gets onto our carpet, stains it. What I like to do, make it super easy on yourself, take some Super Clean, Just a few shots and let it sit for just about 5 to 10 seconds just to let it get in the carpet. Take a damp cloth, microfiber, and just start scrubbing it out. And you'll see within seconds, that stain is gone. Super easy, super fast, super clean. Look for it at your favorite retailer or online store.
The Wild West Bass Trail is brought to you by Mercury Marine, Go Boldly, Bass Cat, Feel the Rush, Fitzgerald Fishing, Not Just Another Rod, Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, and by Protect the Harvest. Currently in third place, John Pearl continues to reel in bass with a wacky rig on the California Delta.
That one should help. Maybe? I don't think so. Dang it. Dang it. That one came out of nowhere.
You know, the Delta, I mean, it's a grass fishery. I mean, you know, there's riprap, there's tules, you know, there's all kinds of habitats, and the forage is amazing. You know, I think the bass here, you know, really focus on crawdads, but they eat bluegills and, you know, shad and, you know, baby crappies. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. You know, so whenever you have this shallow vegetation, especially with the canopy over the top of their heads, you know, all bass, but especially the big ones, they feel really secure. You know, and a largemouth bass wants to be next to something big, you know, or have overhanging cover. And then they're opportunistic feeders. So, you know, you throw this big bite yo mama and it falls by them, you know, they're sitting 2 or 3 feet under the mat. It goes by them and they smoke it. I can honestly tell you right now, with the conditions and the tide that I have and the position I'm in, there's nowhere else I would rather be in the world. Not the Delta, the world.
I've gotten lucky and I've stumbled upon some better bed fish. Most of the days, like I said, I've just been going fishing and throwing a Cinco and throwing a rage bug in the tules, and then just happen upon a good bed fish here and there, or a couple, you know, of 3-pounders. Like I said, I think we're gonna do one more pass, go back to those bed fish and try to get them bite. If they don't bite, we're gonna go.
It's time for the top 10 pro and co-anglers to head into Big Break Marina and weigh in their bass. First up, the co-anglers. Travis Williams is the co-angler champion on the Delta. Travis's limit of bass improved each day of the tournament, landing him in the first place spot in the General Tire Duel on the Delta. Now it's time for the pro anglers to come across the stage and crown a champion. Lucas Oil pro angler Ken Ma is first to take the hot seat as Jay Bradshaw is up to the scales. Jay takes the hot seat away from Ken, but Harvey Pulliam quickly steals the top spot from Jay Bradshaw. Mark Mello is up next. He only needs 10 pounds to take the lead.
Great bag of fish here. Nearly 20 pounds. 19.40, 19.40.
And Mark takes the hot seat with a 3-day total of 58.96 pounds. Greg Gutierrez, Nick Salvucci, and John Pearl could not bring in enough to steal the hot seat from Mark. Next up to the scales is heavy hitter on the Delta, Nick Nourot. Nick Nourot needs 18.31 pounds to take the lead.
What a bag on the final day. 21.42, Nick Nourot, 21.42.
Nick Nourot now leads the General Tire Duel on the Delta with just a couple anglers left to weigh in. Mercury Pro Tony Franceschi needs 19.53 pounds to take the top spot away from Nick Nourot.
Not gonna do it, 13.71, 13.71.
One angler to go. Day 2 leader, Ken Ma. Ken needs 17.63 pounds to win the General Tire Duel on the Delta.
Yes, he's got a kicker. This is gonna be close. Hold on, guys, hold on. Needs 17.6, just short. 17.14, 17.14. Nick Nourot wins the Duel on the Delta. General Tire Duel on the Delta. Nick Nourot. Wow. Woo, was that close? And it was close, but Nick Nourot, after finishing second in the last 3 Wild West Bass Trail events on the Delta, finally wins with 62.08 pounds, just edging out Ken Law, who had 61.60 pounds.
This really does feel incredible. I've been trying to win this tournament for 4 years, and it feels good to finally get it done. My bag was a little lighter than I thought it was, only by a little bit, and I knew Ken had about what he had, and I knew it was going to be within 1.5 pounds, and it was pretty close. It was a ½ pound or so, but it was just, you know, nerve-wracking till the very end. The biggest challenge, or the most unnerving part of my tournament, was how far I was running, because I was running my boat to basically below the empty line. And in practice, I tested it and see how far I could go below empty, and it kept going and didn't run out. So I went as far as I possibly could go and ran all over the place. And the time constraint and trying to calculate how much time I need to catch the fish and to get back to weigh in and to get to each spot and back, that was the hardest part. I literally only fished for about 5.5 to 6 hours a day because I was running a lot of water and just traveling all over the Delta looking for the fish. So I didn't really get a whole lot of fishing time in, but you show up at the right spot at the right time, and I caught the winning bag in about an hour.
Congratulations to Nick Nourot for winning the General Tire Duel on the Delta, and Travis Williams for winning on the amateur side. Next time on the Wild West Bass Trail, we're heading north to the Columbia River in Washington for the Tri-Cities Open. For the first time in Wild West Bass Trail history, we explore the massive Columbia River and the beautiful Tri-Cities region. The Pacific Northwest has some incredible smallmouth bass fishing.
Well, we want to give a huge warm welcome on behalf of Tri-Cities Washington to all the anglers, the families, and the spectators. Welcome to the Tri-Cities, and we hope you enjoy our fun area and our community and everything we have to offer here.
Amen. Good job, buddy.
You don't want to miss this.